And guys, we have a real special guest for you this week. We have talked about him and his work on the show probably 10,000 times over the 12 years we've been doing the show. And it is my pleasure to introduce Monster Hunter International and many other things. Larry Correia, how's it going, buddy?
Going good. Glad to be here, guys.
No, we're glad to have you. Like I said, we've talked about we've talked about everything. We've talked about the guns of the books. We've talked about the books many times, all the series, like all the different stuff. So we're all huge fans. Super stoked to have you here.
I just write the books to pay for more guns and ammo. Let's be
100%.
honest. So,
yeah, that's literally why we started this, is just so we could get free guns and ammo. So it's working out okay, I guess.
I wish that was a lie.
Well, a lot of times there'll be like an oddly specific gun description in my book and in one of my books, and that's just for tax purposes. Because I can demonstrate that I purchased that for research.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, like in the next Monster Hunter, Owen's got a Gen 12. I had to buy a Gen 12. And so if I get audited by the IRS, I can show that, my audience demands accuracy.
100%. And, your books do have a lot of gun stuff in them. You were gun instructor, accountant, all that stuff kind of before you became author, right?
Yeah, so I started out, I was just in regular business, and I was an accountant for a lot of years in the corporate world, and then I got sucked into the gun business, and I did that for a long time, and then I wound up in military contracting, but to specify, I just did numbers. I didn't do, like, cool guy stuff. But no, I worked with guns a lot, and I was a CCW instructor for a lot of years. I did a lot. I was never, like, a high-end instructor or anything like that. I just did basic stuff, and I got to be an RO for a lot of really experienced dudes, and that was a lot of fun. Learned a lot over the years doing that. Managed to shove a lot of that stuff into my books, and I've always been like a huge gun nut, and so I'm probably about the gun nuttiest fiction writer out there. At least as far as actually being a shooter. I mean, because I shoot a ton, and I actually train, and I go to gun school as like my main hobby. But there's a lot of guys out there that write guns, but you guys have read them. No offense, they don't know dick.
No, I hope they take offense. They need to be better at their lives.